Mm. Hey, 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 it's day 56. Look, I had to think about it for a minute. It's day 56. And today I want to talk to you about how to get strategic partners to come to you. So often when I talk to people about, their Dream 100, you guys have heard it 100 times, right? Go find strategic partners, and like they're always like going to these people that are way too above them, right? Or I just need to get on Oprah's 100 favorite list, right? It's like, do you know how many people that went out of business after being on Oprah? There's a lot. Like do your research. There's a ton because they weren't ready for the traffic. I have coming on my $1 Million Partnerships podcast a friend of mine who her daughter has a fabulous beauty line that she started when she was 14. Okay. And now she's 23, and so because it was such a great story, she was on Good Morning America. And I said, well, how did that go? And she's like, she goes, we broke even. We broke even because we weren't ready. We didn't realize what the what the traffic was going to look like, how many people would come to the website, how many orders to come in. So we ended up hiring other people to, right? Like they just weren't prepared for that big strategic partner. But part of that is having a great story, right? So what made Good Morning America come to her? What made these bigger outlets come to her? And it was all because she had a great story. She was super attractive, that I talk about, right? How can you be magnetic so that people will come to you? She was the authority in the space. Like she knew her shit. She knew what she was talking about. And then third, she understood like who her ideal client was. And so when she went on national TV, they understood it too. So part of getting partners to come to you, instead of you just out there, pick me, right? Have them naturally pick you, is that 99% of y'all are kind of all over the place, right? Even bigger businesses, because you don't have to have it all together to make money. I think that's where people get this thing all messed up. Today on my page, I was talking about that I've had my car for 11 years, a wonderful Lexus. Look, it is in great shape. My cousin is the head of the head of the parts division for the local one here in Southern California. And I asked him, hey, do I need to get a new one? And he's like, no, you've got up to 300,000 miles as long as you change the oil. So that's my pitch for go get a Lexus, right? It's really going to be my kid's car, and then I'm going to go get a really pretty new one. But the thing about it is, what happened was today I found this new gadget that helped me change this thing on the dashboard, right? Because it was telling me the average mileage, but it wasn't telling me how many miles were left. And so actually the other day I hit it, and not on purpose, but I hit it. And so when I hit it, it messed up my thingy. And so I was like, how do I get that back? How do I get that back? I love YouTube. So now, of course, YouTube, hey y'all, because I'm live here on YouTube. So YouTube now, you can Google. So I Googled it this morning, and it showed me this lever that I'd never seen before. Been driving the car 11 years, never seen it before. And I moved this one thing around, and it all changed, right? And it all changed. So the point of this story was, look, there are little hinges swing big, big, big doors. And in this strategic partnership space, in where people collab together, right, to make it all make sense, is you have to be the part, right? And so my friend Diane said, oh, hey, Richelle, we don't have to be technical to be successful. And it's like, oh, ding, ding, ding. That was the phrase of today. Like, you don't have to have everything perfect to be successful. However, in order to sustain successfulness, you do have to put some pieces together. And to do this partnership right, you do have to kind of have your tools in place and your ducks in a row, to say the least, because, or it'll put you out of business. It'll put you out of business. way faster than anything else. So people always, they used to say, oh, I can't wait to be on TV, and they're so impressed that I do the Money Honey segment, right, on Fox 5. And yeah, I've been on there, I think 11 years since I got the car. And it's all just the same, right? I had to be ready when clients came from the exposure on television. I had to have my systems in place. I had to have everything laid out so that it would all make sense. But I think oftentimes we want to have the client before, right? And then we'll put it all in place. And it's like, it's not how it works. And it's not how it works really, really well, is that you have to build the business to be the $1 million business that you want. So, for example, yesterday had a call with an old friend from 20 years ago. Hey, Willard, right? And he actually did my mortgages for my investment properties and for my house. And I had a couple of them, right, as I was building and growing. And just like him, he was building and growing. And he texted me a couple days ago, and he's like, do you still have this number? Is this still you? And it's like, how 20 years you still have the same number? And I'm like, well, because I'm not running from anybody, and I've been successful for 20 years. And right, this is how you reach me. And I've been doing this for 20 plus years. But the one thing he was asking me about his new business, and I said, well, the question truly is, what are you doing this? Like, what's your goal? Are you building $1 million business here, or are you building just a side hustle, right? Because I'm going to give you a different strategy based on that, right? So even with your strategic partners, who you partner with is going to determine whether you have a big business or just this little thing and you never leave your 9 to 5, right? So it's understanding what key steps do you need so that you can do the strategic partnership right. So over the next couple of days, I'm going to just deep dive into doing it right, and today, inside of my wonderful mastermind, once a month I teach. And so today I did a deep dive into authority, like how to make you the authority. And my one tip, and this is here's my tip for y'all today, is you have to name yourself. Like, you have to be somebody. That's my favorite mentor, Dan Kenny, used to tell us, be somebody. Like, who the hell are you, right? And if they ask me, I instantly go into, I'm the baddest chick on the planet, right? And I giggle. And so people go, oh, okay. Right? Or I'll tell them I'm the Money Honey on Fox 5. Or they call me the $100 million woman because when I owned my telephone company, I did over $100 million in 3 years, right? Makes people stop. It changes also my income bracket when I am the leading authority in how to get partnerships to come to me. Changes the income bracket, right? So look at your business. This is your assignment today, because I always give you an assignment. So look in your business and figure out, where are you? Who are you? I'm also the author of The $1 Million Equation, and of The $1 Million Equation for Doctors, and of Jackpot, How to Build a $1 Million Business. I'm also the author of $1 Million Equation for Startups, and the author of $1 Million Partnerships, that's coming out here in a couple of days. So I don't have it yet on my wall yet. Different move during COVID, never put those up. But who are you? Who are you? And a lot of times it's not so that you can tell other people. It's so that you can remind yourself who the hell you are. Because when you remind yourself who you are, everything changes. All right. So I love you for free. I'll see you tomorrow for day 57. Day 56. It's a wrap. See you tomorrow.